Pero no es solo esa flota que necesito toda y necesito destruir la base de cerebro de los Geth.
With the Ripper code upgrades, the Geth are tearing the fleet apart.
Once the signal is disabled, the Geth will pose no threat to Creator forces.
You sound conflicted.
Under old machine control, their processing upgrades are significantly improved. Observe.
A Geth processing signal. A single unit, I believe.
Correct. Now, 10 nearby units networked cooperatively. Now, a single Geth unit with the old machine upgrades.
That's a fully evolved AI.
Correct. As complex as the brainwaves of organics, indicative of life.
It is.
Commander!
Come on, Admiral. That's a living creature, no matter what platform it's running on.
And they will die when we destroy the base.
They allied with the Rippers.
To save themselves from you.
Maybe they don't have to die.
Just because this one appears friendly.
Well, it hasn't fired on a ship with me aboard it.
Commander, are you suggesting...
I'm not suggesting anything. All I'm saying is, maybe they don't all have to die.
It's a moot point until we take out that base. The surrounding area is heavily fortified, and they have placed jamming towers to prevent orbital targeting.
Sounds like we're going in on foot.
Admiral Zen developed a laser guidance system that can cut through the jamming. It's synced to the Normandy's targeting computer.
So the Normandy launches a precision strike at whatever target I have painted? That ought to do it. Edie, this work for you?
Yes, it should enable us to make a precision strike against the Reapers.
And anything else in our way?
The Geth will quickly reconfigure their jamming towers to neutralize this technology. You should not use it before reaching the base.
I've sent the coordinates for the Reaper base.
Are we clear to go?
That Geth fighter squadron is still tearing through the fleet.
Can you hold out?
If that fighter squadron isn't taken out, a lot of our ships won't make it. But we'll do what we can. This is your operation, Commander. If you want to strike now, you've got my support. I gave in to your reckless behavior before. The patrol fleet isn't moving.
We need to break their flanking attempt to buy our frigates time to make repairs.
And then you'll charge off again, like last time.
This is different, Ron. Unless we give our ships time to rest, we're gonna lose them.
So pull them back.
If I withdraw now, the Geth will flank us, and we'll lose any room to maneuver. I need the patrol fleet.
I gave in to your reckless behavior before. The patrol fleet isn't moving.
We need to break their flanking attempt to buy our frigates time to make repairs.
And then you'll charge off again, like last time.
This is different, Ron. Unless we give our ships time to rest, we're gonna lose them.
So pull them back.
If I withdraw now, the Geth will flank us, and we'll lose any...
Admiral Gerald is right. Withdrawing now puts the whole fleet at risk.
As you say, Commander. All right, and you've got your ships.
Thank you, Ron. You'll get them back in good condition.
I'm ready to hit the Reaper base whenever you are, Shepard.
Talk to you later.
Sure.
Vamos a aumentar el daño de esas armas.
Sergeant told me that Cerberus started out as an Alliance Black Ops.
Black Ops always go bad. If you have to... Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
La flota civil tenebrosa que haya devuelto a nuestro almirante lloró por todos los caídos de nuestro mundo de origen. Por Solcoris impidió que muchas naves pasaran entre los cañones acechantes de los Geth. Te me dijo que conociste a mi primo Dom Hast en Rocha. Significa mucho para mí que Don no estuviera solo cuando murió. Gracias por todo lo que has hecho, comandante. Sinceramente, es capitán Navetis Bas Giglu. Antes de eso, como la cubierta, vamos a mejorar la ermita Geth, que me gustó. Esta no es la jabalina la que encontré ahora. Este me gustó. Bien, tenemos el fusil de pulso. La jabalina esta está buena, pero se me hace que demora mucho en cargar. Igual lo podemos... Ah, me quedo sin plata, así que va a quedar ahí. Vamos a seguir usando la Viper como tenía la anterior a esta. Aparte de eso, ¿cuánto daño tiene? Ah, tiene todo el daño. Este tiene un daño y... Esta hay que mejorar la pistola pesada, ¿cómo se llama? Arcos. Por lo menos para esta misión. Nos va a venir como piña. Bien, ya tenemos 5. Este no sé si lo voy a mejorar. No lo estoy ocupando, entonces no sé para qué los tengo. Tendría que sacarlo, pero no puedo. Está bien modificada, está bien modificada. Esta está bien. Confirmar, estamos. Antes de hacer esta misión, quiero ver todo.
Nice job on the rescue mission, Commander. The Quarian civilians are getting hammered out there. Apparently putting a big-ass gun on a ship doesn't magically turn it into a dreadnought. Who knew?
You don't agree with the Quarians arming their live ships?
No, the gun's nice, but without armor, they're just glass cannons.
They are also more likely to be targeted when armed. The Geth would have ignored unarmed civilian ships as tactically insignificant.
If your plan to invade a planet requires strapping guns to your kid's school bus, maybe it's a bad plan. Well, hopefully Admiral Chorus will keep us safe from the Geth and themselves.
What's going on, Edie?
I am assisting Engineer Adams with his repair of the drive core shielding.
Ah, I should leave you to it then.
We can converse if you like, Shepard. It is a routine procedure. Uh-oh.
What? What happened?
Nothing. Unless you have strong feelings about gamma radiation.
Not funny, Edie.
I almost had you. I will alter my human chronometer appropriately for better timing. Hello, Shepard.
Say that again?
The population of the colony world of Tyvor has been killed.
I don't understand. The Reapers have been taking people alive.
Information on the private messages terminal. When Reaper forces invaded, Tyvor's colonists detonated nuclear weapons inside their cities.
No le estoy prestando atención Al correo.
Commander.
No hay nada, solo nos queda hacer eso entonces. ¿Y ahora qué era lo que me había dicho? Se activa los servidores y después destruir la base. Base de segadores. Tenemos que desactivar y después ir de destruir la base. ¿Me para allá? ...48 me quedo 2 level. Y esto estamos ahí. Para un poquitito, pero ya casi está.
Commander, it is as we feared. Geth squadrons have begun massing on a path to intercept our live ships.
Understood, Admiral Ron. We're almost at the server. Keep us posted. What's our status?
We remain undetected on encrypted Geth channels. Resistance is likely only within the server.
Within? It's that big?
You misunderstand. Direct virtual interface is necessary to extract Geth from the server. You must enter our consensus.
You want me to virtually interact with the Geth?
That's insane! You're talking about a virtual world built for synthetics. Hostile, yet synthetics.
I'm not a machine. How do I go into a virtual world?
Cerberus conducted research on Geth-human interfaces. They called it Project Overlord. We monitored their transmissions. We have refined the interface they created and have equipment from Normandy to facilitate safe contact. We request your trust.
You wouldn't be on the Normandy if I didn't trust your intentions. But why take me?
You are an unknown. This is an advantage. Geth security is not adept at targeting organic thought processes. While we occupy the system's intrusion countermeasures, you will disable the squadrons by removing Geth from the server.
This had better be worth flying straight through a war zone.
We have compromised local Geth systems. They will remain dormant until our work is complete. This platform can enter the facility undetected. We will assemble the necessary equipment before your arrival.
Wait, you're not going to... Let's set the shuttle down by the cliff.
What the fuck. Los rebeldes mataron a los buenos, digamos. Es lo que se me ocurre. O fue nuestro amigo Legion.
This is it?
Yes. Hostile Geth fighter squadrons are networked to this server. Due to restricted resources, it is best if you connect alone.
Let's do it.
Initiating peer network integration. Proceed to docking port. Mapping to consensus. Remain still. Shepard Commander, excess movement during an upload is discouraged. Upload complete. Consensus integration holding.
Entramos a Matrix. Esto me parece Matrix.
What is this?
We've installed filters to allow you to make visual sense of this server's raw data. Your mind perceives our world as something familiar.
I wouldn't call this familiar. Where are you?
Here.
You look different.
We have made ourselves visually distinct for your convenience.
What about Geth already in here?
You will perceive Geth as surveillance footage, audio logs, sensor records. We do not require bodies, as our software communes. Our hardware is merely a tool. This is our true world. As we remove Geth, it will grow dark.
And what does turning off the lights do to the Geth back in the real world?
The Geth fighter squadrons communicate with platforms on their spacecraft via this server. We will sever that connection. We will destroy backup data. Consensus will be nullified. This server will be terminated.
The sooner this place shuts down, the better.
We are in agreement. We will proceed. There are 2 communication nodes on this server. We must access them to disable the hostile Geth's fighters. We will safeguard your exit port while remotely monitoring your progress. Establishing connection to access point. Warning, connection blocked by infected code. Use our combat software to disrupt the infection.
I wondered what the gun was for.
This foreign code is a manifestation of the old machine signal.
You're surprised the Reapers are all over your servers?
No, continue to the access point.
Okay, I've got to ask. Why a gun?
We have noted your affinity for firearms.
Then thanks. I think.
Proceed to the access point. Establishing connection to communication node. Error. Access denied.
Is the Reaper keeping you out?
Unknown. You must investigate. Warning. Reaper presence detected. Data cluster contains infected code. We require access to proceed. We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster. We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster.
Al núcleo de este.
What is this?
Data clusters contain historical data. Your connection permits streaming of information from our archives.
You really want to rename the VI networks?
Absolutely. The mobile hardware release deserves a little ceremony. Unit 01. What is the Keelish word for servant of the people?
The word is Geth, Creator Zahak.
Yes. Very good.
Ancestors, you fuss over it.
Weren't you here until midnight fixing 01 circuitry?
Well, it needed resoldering.
Wasn't that footage from the past? Why are the Quarians masked?
They are viewed through your perception. You see them as you know them now. You must disrupt the infection on this data cluster to continue. Timestamped 290 years ago. It is still capable of serving.
You see? It's ignoring all shutdown commands.
Please specify if it has failed assigned tasks. We will reprogram.
Well, let's take a look.
Creator, this unit is ready to serve. What has it done wrong? What?
Let's cut the audio.
You may proceed to the last data cluster. cluster.
We've got escaped Geth. They're pinned.
Open fire.
One's going for a weapon.
So who won?
The platform arming itself was an agricultural unit. By opening fire on attacking creators, it saved simpler domestic Geth following it.
That looks a lot like the sniper rifle you used to carry.
We have no data on this platform's previous ranged armament capabilities. Establish your connection with the remaining server node.
Hello, Commander. Are you there?
Shepard's working on shutting down the server, Admiral Ron. I can fill you in.
The guest squadrons have arrived, but something is amiss. Half their fighters have stopped functioning. We will continue to hold out as long as we can.
Legion? Talk to me.
We are not Legion.
Just give me the update.
One node remains.
What's wrong?
Infection programs are increasing. We have restabilized. We must continue. Warning, the Reaper infection has learned to self-replicate.
You mean it grows back?
Yes. However, disrupting vulnerable points in the infection may slow down its replication. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. We require access to this data cluster. There is a rotary point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster. On the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. Search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster.
Out of the way!
You can't do this to them!
I said step away from the Geth!
This is insane! We need the Geth! You can't just destroy them for asking...
Time's up! Throw her in with the others.
Looks like the war wasn't popular with everyone.
A few creators attempted mediation. They failed. We cannot establish a connection without access to this data cluster. There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. Target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster. This data comes from the period during which the creators declared martial law.
Get units and come out of the safe house. This is your final warning.
Creator Megara, this unit does not understand. It has not taken part in hostilities.
It doesn't matter to them. I need to get you out of here.
This conflict exceeds Creator's safety parameters. We will surrender our hardware if it ends hostilities.
No, it's all right. We'll go back to the access tunnels. Oh!
Creator Megara, what is your status? Creator Megara? The Creators never formally ended hostilities. They have officially been at war with the Geth for 291 years.
Así es la cosa.
Accessing data. This is data from the end of warfare on Rannoch.
The Outro is down. Do not engage the Geth. I repeat, avoid contact.
Geth pursuit is breaking off 100 clicks past Rannoch. All captains fall back to the mass relay.
This isn't happening now?
It is timestamped 290 years ago. It is the Creator Exodus at the end of the Morning War. We have secured freedom. The Creators were no longer a threat, so we abandoned pursuit.
Wait. The Geth spared the last Quarians? You let them go.
Our future was uncertain. Our networking was primitive. We stayed within our limits. Connection with the remaining prisoners established. We are ready to transport you.
Something's happening to the Geth. The fighter squadrons have stopped, but it takes no more active programs inside their ships. Admiral Hangarl's fleet is driving them back. The live ships are safe, Commander.
Route access acquired, severing all connections to this communication node. Geth no longer reside on this server. We now exit the consensus.
What's wrong?
You must proceed to the active port. Disconnect from mother. Terminating remote access. Removing programs. Deleting archives.
Shepard.
Jodido.
What happened in there?
Did it work?
Geth fighters have been disabled. Any remaining squadrons attacking the live ships have withdrawn. The server is offline.
Are you sure? What's happening?
We have transferred Geth programs from the server into these platforms.
Why?
They wish to join us.
Even our machines will never be so rational.
While Shepard Commander removed the Reaper infection, we judged we could persuade hostile Geth programs to reunite with ours. We were correct. These Geth have renounced the old machines and will oppose the Reapers. They are now us.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
Organic sympathies lie with other organics. We feared your allies. The Creator's actions have placed their species in danger, but they are unsympathetic to what it has done to ours. The Quarians sanctioned this operation to save their people. They would not have done so if they knew we wished to preserve Geth as well.
I understand not wanting to leave anyone behind.
You accept our actions?
The live ships are safe, and we have more Geth on our side. We both did what we came to do.
Acknowledged.
Glad to hear it. Let's go.
Impressive, Commander. The Geth squadrons attacking our live ships have been completely neutralized. If there is any chance we could duplicate the feat, I would be happy to lend my expertise.
You'd have to ask the Geth we found if you're looking for other servers.
I thought as much, but your Geth claims to have no data available whenever I inquire. Perhaps you can help me with something else.
What's that?
How did you get Geth primes to work with you?
They volunteered.
I see. Well, should you wish to examine these Geth to confirm their new allegiance, please do not hesitate to contact me. Zen out.